Hi everyone, it is Catherine here at Cat V Stitches. Yes, I know it has been a year since I did my last floss tube. I couldn't believe that when I checked through YouTube Studio to see when my last one was. Colour me shocked when I realised it was the 16th of September 2024. So yes, I promised some people today that I would do a floss tube and do a WIP parade, and that is what I am going to do. Now, welcome everybody. Any current subscribers who have the patience of saints and have kept on subscribing to me, thank you very much for that. Welcome back, and I hope you enjoy this video. And for anyone that comes across me on the algorithm, hi, my name is Catherine. I live in the UK. I have a house full of animals, and I am well, that basically describes me. I have a house full of animals. I'm animal crazy. I've got 6 cats and 1 dog who is a golden retriever who's currently chewing away at a bone down there. So if she behaves, she can stay. If she doesn't, she will be evicted downstairs, and I will release the cats so they can come and tromp all over my stitching. If I'm a bit red, it's because I had a shower a bit ago. So I'm still cooling down from that, but it is see, it's 8:40 on the 13th of September 2025. I have absolutely no idea how long this video is going to take because I'm already screwing it up, but I'm not starting this again. I'll just ramble on, and hopefully at some point I'll get back into the rhythm of doing these videos. But yeah, so let me take a breath. It's been a year since I've done my last video, and that's basically been because I lost my stitchy bug for the vast majority of that year. Occasionally I'd stitch something. I mean, occasionally I'd go to a stitchy retreat. So for example, last year I went to the September stitchy retreat and the March of this year stitchy retreat. Both of them were brilliant and amazing. Did a ton of stitching in them, but I didn't keep up with the momentum. I went to the Cheshire Stitches, the Chester Stitches that oh my god, the Cheshire Stitches, brain fog, perimenopause, it's a real thing. Yeah, I go to them occasionally as well, once a month, although I've not been to every single one. I go there with Elaine, Ellie Stitcher, and a couple of other people as well. Hello to everybody if you're watching this. But like I said, the momentum's not been there. I'd maybe stitch for a couple of hours here and there, and then just put it to one side and not pick it up again. I don't know what it is. I think sometimes you forget how much you enjoy something and you talk yourself out of doing it. And sometimes I'd come in from work and I'd just deal with the dog and the cats. Oh, sorry, I'm all scrumpled up there. Deal with the dog and the cats, and then have my tea. And then the temptation is just to slouch back in the sofa and either doom scroll or just watch YouTube. And I've not even been watching floss tube. It's been ages since I've watched floss tube. So I do plan on restarting, because it seems a bit hypocritical if I'm going to do a floss tube. I need to actually start watching it again. But the bright, you know, the silver lining on that is I've now got practically a year's worth of floss tube to catch up on. So that'll be fun. All those WIP parades I get to watch. But yeah, I just didn't stitch. But over the last few months, I've gradually started stitching, and then last month I went to the Cheshire Stitching again. Do you know what? I know I've got that name wrong. It's in Chester. I can't. I'm going to have several women screaming at me now, and I really do appreciate. I really am sorry, but brain fog is horrific at the moment, to the point where I'm on bloody HRT. Can you believe it? Yeah, so anyway, I went to one last month. I did a couple of hours of stitching, and then I've just kept on doing it, and I've been really enjoying it again. And even if I only do half an hour in a night, I'm still I'm still trying to do some every day, or at least every other day. So what that means is I'm going to do a WIP parade anyway, but it means I do have some progress, some really nice progress, and some of my stitching. So let's go. Let's start this off, because again, we're already 5 minutes in and I've done nothing but ramble. So rusty at this. In fact, bear with me 1 second. I've just realised I've got everything up on here. It's the Cheshire Stitches. There we go. Now we know. So what have we got first of all? Let's just work our way through. Now, what I also want to do while doing this WIP parade is, again, I'm really sorry about the lights in here. When I have the overhead light on, it looks horrific. So I've got a light here and I've got a screen there that's giving off a ton of light. So I'm sorry if my glasses have got weird reflections in them, but I've also, so right outside the window here in this room, there's another house that's been built, and they can basically see right in here. So I'm very conscious that they're going to be looking in, so I'm trying not to have the big light on as a glaring thing that I'm in here. Anywho, what I want to do is, as I'm going through this WIP parade, is I want to have a look at the patterns, have a look at the stitching that I've done, and see if this is what I want to continue on for the next year, shall we say. And if it's not something that's calling to me, then I'm going to do a temporary archive on it, or some of them maybe I just want to archive them altogether. There are a number that I had kind of already made the decision to archive, but I think really today will finalise that. So if you have any opinions, if you see a pattern that I've archived that you think I should continue stitching on, or that you really like, and or you've stitched on and haven't liked, just let me know. Anyway, so this is this bag has all my Plum Street patterns in, but I don't actually think I've got a live Plum Street at the moment. Now I do actually have this one in here, so it's Toil and Trouble. Now this one I do want to start, and I do want to start this quite quickly, because I look at those trees, you see them, and I just love them. So I really do think this is one I want to do, and I might start that on Halloween, for Halloween. Have I got everything sorted for it? Have I done myself a favor? Well, I've got, what have I got in here? Yes, oh, look. Oh, oh no, is that not for that? Well, I've got a couple of pieces of fabric in here that I think this is the fabric I'm going to use for it. Oh wow. Past me was very good to future me, and I think this is 36 count. Huh. Okay, well I've already sorted that out for myself, so that that's very useful. So this is a prospective start. Now I hadn't thought I was going to be looking at that, but I'm going to make a note of that. Let me just try and put this back in here. So I'm going to add that. Oh, I've got all the threads in here. Oh wow, I have been really good. Well done past me. I've fully kitted this one up. Yeah, there we go. There's all the threads for it. What's on here? What have I written on here? Oh no, it's my mistake, it's 32 count. I've even written it down, you know. I am pat on the back there. So let me make a note of this. So I start, so Toil and Trouble, Plum Street. So I've got my Google Drive here, where I've got all my threads, all my WIPs, my fabric calculator, my stash, and my fabric. It lists all my fabric on there that I've got, but I think it might be a tiny bit out of date, so at some point, if I ever have a spare God knows how many hours, I might go through that and organise it, make sure it's up to date. Okay, so that is the first one. Now, where to put these? Okay, there's going to be a little bit of crinkle, so I do apologise. Bear with me. So I've got one IKEA bag down there with the patterns in, and I've got another IKEA bag here that I will put them in. Okay, next. What is in this bag? Okay, so this is a two-parter. So we've got, now this is currently the only Haid, my Heaven and Earth design, that I have kept live. So I have at the moment archived all the others. So I did have, I've not got the pictures here, but I had things like Flutter, Hot Air Balloon, Lepia Delight. That's not how you pronounce that, but it's too late in the day for me to do that right. So I've got, and Deco. So I actually have 4, and Evening. Sorry, I have 5 Haids that I've kind of put to one side, and I'm currently got this one active. So this one I saw Michelle Bendy doing and fell in love with it. It's Contessa with squid. So there we go. And this one, now I've really made one significant purchase in the last 12 months, and this I did with Elaine, and this is to buy a Millennium, I think it's a Millennium frame. So this, I made myself this cover. This is, I saw Teresa Stitches making something similar, so I figured it's, you know, it's incredibly easy to make, so I just pulled out the old sewing machine and did that. And it's a bit loose at the moment, but I think you can see that's what I have done so far on there. So for the first time ever for a Haid, I'm actually working from the centre out. So that's the face I started on, and the detail on it already is amazing. But this frame I didn't actually buy for this pattern. I bought this for the for one of my other patterns, Genuine Needle Needs. Sorry, I was just reading the stamp that's on here. I bought this for one of my other patterns, which I will show you when we get to. Let me put this back in here. So this one I'm going to keep live, because I do actually want to stitch on this soon, so I will pull that out. So that's the bag that's got the pattern and whatnot in, and at the moment I've just got the threads for the face and the area surrounding. So back in you go. I really do hope you're not picking up too much of her chomping away down there. Just get a drink. I'm trying not to drink as much Diet Coke, so I've got a bit of water and cordial there. Oh my god, my face is so red. Okay, what's in here? So this is a bag I made myself. This was a Vona Pfeiffer pattern. Okay, so this bag has got all of my Carolyn Manning, but I do have another Carolyn Manning that I think I will transfer across now. So I've got it in this bag. Now this is actually one that I have been stitching on, and I was going to leave these till the end, but I might as well do this now. So this one is, which one is this? I have got my iPad here, I can tell you. Oh, a pair of scissors just fell out of there, that's not a good thing. So give me 2 seconds, and oh, it's got it open in front of me. What am I doing? Carolyn Manning. This is Peacock Topaz. Let me, no, actually I will use this and I'll get you a picture. Totally disorganised. What did I tell you? Where's my Google Drive on here? There it is. So I was talking about stitch retreats and things like that. I was due to go to the September stitchy retreat and the Essex needle retreat, and I've had to cancel, which I am gutted about. So all you ladies, if you're watching this, who I normally sit with and chat to, Alison and Kirsty and everybody else, I am absolutely gutted that I'm missing it in September, but it is for a good reason. I'm going on holiday with my mum, going away for a week with my mum. We're going to Llandudno, so it was the only week really that we could find in the place we wanted to go, and I had work stuff as well, which made it difficult. So unfortunately it meant I did have to cancel in September. I'm going in March, but I was just, you know, it's lovely to go with my mum, and she's 86 now, so I've got, you know, I cherish all of the time I get with her. So I am looking forward to it, but I am going to miss everybody. Oh, where's the dog gone? Oh no, she's still here. Right, okay, so this is Peacock Topaz. I just absolutely love all of them, all of those colours. Love, love, love. So I am doing this on a 32 count, and I just realised I've been forgetting to tell you what I've been stitching things on. So the Haid one is on the easy count, the 16 count easy guide one, the Swigart one. So that's what that's on. I've already covered that one, and so I've already covered what the Plum Street was on, and this one is on 16 count Ada. So that is how much I've done on that. So I have stitched on this quite a bit. I took this to the last stitchy retreat I went to because it's a really easy stitch to do, but I do love that one. They are so easy to do, and eventually this will go up with my other one, which I don't think you can quite see. It's on the wall just over there. But yes, that's that Carolyn Manning. And I do have another one that I've stitched a little bit on. This is again, these that I'm showing you now are all on 16 count Ada, just different colours. So this one, hang on, it's a bit creased. I'm not that good at this that I'm going to iron my pieces before I show them. I'm sorry, that's never going to happen. So that's what I've done on this, and this one is called Crazy Kaleidoscope, sorry. So that's this one. Again, it's the colours for me. And again, there we go. This is another easy stitch. It's lovely, and I might start stitching on this one again actually. This is the other thing, you forget what you've got. I've got all of these bloody DMC threads here for them all. All those wonderful colours though. And what else have we got? Have we got anything else? Yes, we've got, now I'm pretty sure this is garnet. So let me just She's been so good down here. Now, is this garnet or ruby? I think this is, yes, this is garnet, so that's garnet. So this is a very dramatic one. Again, like I said, 18 count Ada. This is all just normal Spyglass Ada that I got from the wool warehouse. And are there any others? No, there are not. I do have some other Carolyn Manning ones here, and I do have just some spare fabric for any that I want to start. But I don't mind stitching on Ada. I find it very easy and very relaxing to stitch on these, and I think Ada is excellent for them. So put them in there, so I've got them all together now. So there we go. I'm hoping this is from, yes, this is from this. Right. Oh, so many threads though. Oh, got so much DMC, I'm telling you. Okay, so that is their definite live ones still. So, although I'm going to work on, right, so it's garnet that I'm going to archive for now. So I'm taking that off my live list. Well, let me show you on here what it looks like actually, my list, before I start fiddling with it. So you know what I'm talking about. So this is what I've got. Okay, let that load up there. Of course it takes ages to load because it knows I'm doing a video. I think it's because I've got it open over there. Let's see if it opens something else. Right, so it's opening that. Ah, here we go. Okay, so it's just a bog standard sheet. I don't know, can you see? I know you won't be able to read anything, but I've got my archive. So these are all my finishes here. These are what I'm archiving. This is what I'm going to do next year. And these are my live WIPs at the moment. So that's just how I'm tracking them. So it's got the material, it's got the start date for most of them, some which I've just started at random times over the last year. I've not actually put on here, which is very naughty of me. But what I am going to do now is move garnet from the live column. So cut that there and move it up to the till next year column, because I definitely want to do it because I want to have a wall full of these Carolyn Manning ones, but I want to prioritise Peacock Topaz and that one. And like I said, I do have other Carolyn Mannings. I've got quite a few of them because I'm just in love with these Carolyn Manning ones. Patterns. So I've got these. So I will work my way through them. I promise. Okay, so there's those. Oh, you're a good girl down there. Yes, you are. She's been so good down here. Let me see if I can show you. One secondo. Let me. Oops, sorry, you're getting an excellent view of my hand there. Now, for anyone who might feel a bit seasick, just close your eyes for a second. There she is, just chewing on a bone. Okay, close your eyes again, I'm bringing you back up. Sorry about that. Let me just plug back my charger back in. There we go. Okay, right. Unfortunately back to me, but she's been very good down there, which I'm very impressed with. I've actually got a trainer coming next week to work, well, to help me with her. She's just over 3 now, and she is lovely, and she's very good at a lot of commands, but I just need to work on settle with her, because she gets very excited when she sees people. She loves everybody, and she gets very excited, and she wants to be stroked, and she'll be all giddy around them. She doesn't wee any longer. That's a good bit of progression, but she still gets very excited, and if somebody stops to stroke her, I'm always very wary that she's going to then jump up. She doesn't jump up straight away, but there's a chance that she might jump up, so I'm always like, so I want to work on settle, and if I can get her to do that at command, it'll be much easier around my mum. I mean, my mum has been alone with her many times, and she does eventually calm down, and she's absolutely fine. So I can, for example, if my mum stays over here, I can leave them both downstairs, and then I'll come down an hour later and Pooch is fast asleep by her feet, and my mum's very happy. But it's just those first few minutes she just wants to be loved, and she just wants to be in my mum's face and all of this, and my mum can't stand that. So I've got a trainer coming in next week to maybe work for the next, you know, on stuff so I can do for the next 2 weeks, and then maybe when we're on holiday it'd be a little bit easier for my mum. But anyway, yeah, but for now she's been very well behaved down there. Okay, next one. What is this one? Ah, okay, so this is Boffy Threads. Is this on my list? It's called Practically Perfect. No, that's not on my list. You see, it's one I've just randomly started and forgot to put on there. And so I can't even remember when I started this, and that's going to really annoy me. Practically Perfect Boffy Threads. So I've not spelt that correctly, but it doesn't matter. So that's it again. And I think I did quite a bit on this. It's the thread that comes in. Where's she going? It's the thread that comes with it. The thread that comes with it, and the Ada that comes with it, and that is what I've done. So I've done quite a bit on the body, basically, and then I was like, right, I'm going to put that away for a few days, and this is at one of the stages where I did start to stitch for a couple of days and was really enjoying it, and then something came out and something came up, and I just didn't pick it up again. So this I definitely want to continue stitching on, and I need to find a bag for it because I've not put it in a bag. But so yeah, what is it? It's 14 count Ada that I'm doing this on. Oh, she's mooching around now. Out of that bag. She's down there mooching around in where I've put all the bloody stitching bags. No, you can't go in there. Well, go lie down. Are you going to have to go? I might have to take you downstairs in a bit. Okay, next. Oh, this one. Now, this is one of those ones where I love the look at it, but the thought of stitching it is... So it is Halloween at Hawk Run Hollow, Carriage House samplings. Now, I did actually start this, and I did say I was going to send it to somebody, my start, and I need to find where I did that because I feel awful. Well, this is what happened. I just completely tuned out of everything to do with stitching. But I'd done quite a lot of this centre box, but I was doing it on 14 count Ada, and sorry, she's still mooching around in the bags. You were nice and settled, sweetheart. I'm going to have to take you downstairs if you're not careful. I was doing it on a 14 count Ada and it was going to be massive and I was not enjoying stitching it. So I decided to start it again. Now there's another large one that I was doing at the same time that we'll come to in a minute that I did on 40 count. And I wish I'd done the same on this. So I made the decision to restart it. So I've got some 40 count Murky and I have restarted it, and when I say I restarted it, I basically mean I've done that. Wait, which way is this? Is that the bottom? I don't know what. Oh yeah, this is this one here. I might bring that a bit closer. I've started on this one and I've done, all right, she's fine, she's so that is what I've done. I'm happy with the choice of fabric now. So I'm doing 1/1 on this 40 count, and I need to get back to it, but I don't see me coming back to this in the next 12 months. So I think I'm going to move this one to next year. When I'm saying next year, just to make it clear, I'm meaning in the, you know, I'm giving myself 12 months and it'll be after that. So I'm going to move that on here to my till next year. So Halloween, and that breaks my heart, but I don't see myself stitching on this one. I've got other ones that I really want to do that are going to take some time. So let me just, oops, I have just deleted that and not actually moved it. So Halloween at Heartland Hollow, cut and paste there. Okay, so that's that. So that's another decision made. Oh, this is a potential new start. I didn't realise this was there, but I might as well show it you because I've kitted it up. But I kind of second guessed my potential new start on this, but it's a Cricut collection. I'll tell you a secret now. For the first time ever, I do not currently have a live Cricut collection. And basically for my entire stitching career, I have always had a Cricut collection on the go because they are my favourite designs. So I think I might start another of the months though. I was looking at May or June, but I had this one and I have got the material for it. I've got it kitted up, but I don't think I'll be starting this one yet. I may change my mind on that, but I've got other Halloween ones like that Toil and Trouble that I want to start first of all, and I might just switch this out for a different Cricut collection because I really do want a Cricut collection on the go. Okay, that fabric is 32 count Swigart. It's just a deep blue one. Okay, what's next here? Okay, so this is a bag I got from Susie, who makes bags. This was bought for me. It's gorgeous. So the make of these are handmade by Susie and Alison, I'm sure this is the one that you bought me. If it's not this one, then I am so sorry, but I'm pretty sure this is the one that you bought me, and it is gorgeous. But I do have another bag by Susie as well that I'll have to see if I can find. But anyway, in here is a drawn thread that I wanted to start. So no, I have started. I'm pretty sure I have started this one. Oh, the tiniest of starts. Anyway, here we go. This is Halloween. For those who are new to my channel, I'm a massive Halloween freak. I love Halloween stitching. I think this has been done on, is this being done on Murky as well? No, I've got the rest of the fabric here. I can tell you what it is. No, it's Coffee Crafts fabric, and it has not got the name of the fabric on it. But I know it is 32 count, linen 32 count. So it's this. So like I said, it's that. I am looking forward to doing that ginormous moon there. And all I have done on this so far is that. Part of the house. That's it. Again, this is another time when I randomly, so it's not even on my list because it's one where I randomly decided to stitch, and I do want to stitch on this one. Didn't even make a note of it. Did less than, I did maybe 2 hours on it, and then put it down, and then didn't stitch again for God knows how many months. So this is, oops. This is Halloween. Drawn thread. Okay, I just need to insert another column in there. Bear with me. Set one below. Set above. So these are 2. Right, okay. So that's that drawn thread. Just put this away. That one goes down there. Next one. What's this? Okay, so this is the one that I started around the same time as Halloween on Hawk Run Hollow, and this is the one I did on the correct fabric. So there is the picture. So that's a glorious pattern. So this is Kathy Barrick, which is, you know, around, you know, the same as, no, are they the same? It's Carriage House Sampling. I think she was involved in it, but I don't know if she still is. I can't remember now, but I know she was connected to Carriage House Sampling. But this one I do really love. And I've done quite a bit on this. So this is on, what's this on? I've got this on my list. Bum 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 bum. Wow, it's Kathy Barrick. Nope, that's not this one. Oh, it's on Lazy Bear Mountain, sorry. This one is on 40 count Zweigart Vintage Country Mocha. And this is what I've done on here. So there we go. So I'm doing this 1/1, and yeah, this one I do at some point want to take out and do some stitching on. I do occasionally like to come out and do another branch of the tree. It's got mistakes on it, but they're ones where, based on the pattern, it's fine. It's not going to affect anything. It's not affecting the placement of the gravestones or the birds, so I'm not bothered about it. It's certainly not affecting my enjoyment of stitching on it, so put that away. This I've been doing since 28th of March 2021, so basically towards the start of my stitching career. Okay. going on? There we go. Okay. Next. Oh, this is another one I'm going to archive for the next 12 months. I said this today to the ladies I was sitting with. I think sometimes, you know, when you put too much on your plate, you say your eyes are bigger than your belly. Well, I think that's what it is with stitching as well. Your eyes are bigger than your capability to stitch everything. And I just buy these things and I have these mad ideas that it's only going to take a week for me to stitch, and then no, it's months and months and months. So sometimes I buy these patterns and think that they're a lot simpler than they actually are, but there's actually a shit ton of stitching in this one. But this is Wicked Christmas by Sarah Gumani. Sorry about completely mispronouncing that, but I do really like this. It's just a mixture of Christmas and Halloween, and I just think it's so cool. And I'm doing this on Ada. What am I doing? Where are you going? Give me a second. So this has been done on 18 count Zweigart Smoky Right. But okay. I was considering potentially restarting this on a 40 count fabric. I have done that so far. So I don't want to archive this because I do really want to stitch this. But I think the reason why I stopped is that I didn't like my choice of fabric. So that one is a thinker. I need to think on what I want to do with that. But I'm now going to move it to my archive till next year. So give me a second. Insert one above. I need to fiddle about with my rows here so I've got enough room. And the colour. Let's just change that to... Oh, this must be fascinating for you because you can't actually see what it is I'm doing. Instead you get a real close-up of my red face. What has she got? Do you know when your dog is being quiet and is chewing on something and you're scared as to what it is? Well, my dog, oh no, it's fine. My dog is an absolute bugger for that. It's usually either a sock, a slipper, or something like that she's got. So, yes, I'm talking about you, young lady. Right, anyway, sorry, let me do this. So it is Wicked Christmas, and we're going to move that up till next year. Paste that there. Okay, so that's it. We're making all of these decisions. What's next? Okay. See, I used to know what was in every one of these bags without even having to look in it. Right. This is another of these ones where my eyes are bigger than my stuff. What have you pinched? Okay. She's gone downstairs now, so that means that she has pinched something. So I'm going to pause you for 2 minutes where I just go and see what she's just pinched. Whew, okay. Now I'm even redder. For you that was instantaneous. For me that was a couple of minutes of chasing my dog to get this out of her mouth. Little hook. So anyway, I knew she had something. She was far too quiet. That's the other thing I want to work on with the trainer is leave. Okay, so back to this. Kathy Barrick Moons of whichever year you want to do. I love this pattern, but I can't see me stitching on this in the next 12 months. I have done some stitching on it, and I'm doing this on a 40 count, and that's how much I've done on it, and I've not even thought about it, but I do really like it. So I'm not archiving, but for now I'm saying I've got all the things here. I was going to do it on a different fabric. I think it was on a 32 count, but then I realised I'd bought the MPI for it, which was bloody expensive, because as you can see it uses a hell of a lot of that blue, and I was like, nope, that's going to be far too much, so I changed it to a 40 count so I could do it 1/1. Now it could be that I change my mind at some point and do start stitching on that, but I can't see it in the next 12 months at least, because I've got other stuff that I want to do. So let me move that. Where is it? There we go, the Moons. Nope, that's not that one. Kathy Barrick. There we go. Cut and cut and paste. Now we might get visited by the cats, because I have taken the dog downstairs and just left her down there now so she could chill out in the lounge. And so I have released the cats, so they may come in or they may not. Okay, next, which is this one. Oh, okay, this one I'm seriously thinking of archiving. This is a Teresa Kogut, Oh My Soul. Let me get a picture of it for you. Or I don't know, do I just say oh yeah, we've got a cat coming in. Hello, sweetheart. Got Ruby. Oh, let me tell you about the cats. So, as I mentioned, I have 6 of them. One who is a diabetic, who seems absolutely fine. I inject her twice a day and that seems to be under control, so that's fine. Do you want to come up here? Come here. Sorry, this is my eldest cat. No, do you not want to come up here? Okay. So she's absolutely fine, but I've got a couple of elderly cats now that are over the age of 16, and somebody is, sorry, I'm just monitoring what she's doing because she tries to jump up here. I've got stitching everywhere. What are you wanting to do, darling? Yeah, you do want to come up here. Sorry. One of them, when they've been going to the cat litter, occasionally has a bit of blood in their stool, and then the other day it looked like there was a little bit of blood in some urine, but I don't know what cat it is, which is really, really annoying when you have multiple cats. So all of next week they're going to have to take it in turns from age down, oldest down, of being locked in the bathroom with a cat litter tray. But the problem is it's not every time, so it could just be occasional. So it was like nearly a month ago the last time I saw any, so I'm like, ah. So I don't know if it is Ruby. She's my eldest. Come here. I know you want to come up here, so come on, say hello to everybody. So this is my Ruby. She is my eldest cat. Absolutely love her. She's called Ruby Tuesday. She's been having problems with her eyes. She'll get a lot of discharge. Nope, don't stand there. Don't stand there. Don't stand there. Sorry, she's gone straight on the keyboard. I knew she would. Come on my lap. If you want to come on my lap, come here. Oh, there you go. Okay, let's find this and then we can move on. Yeah, so I need to try and figure out who the hell it is, and it's just going to be an absolute ball ache to do. Okay, they're all insured, my cats. It's so if somebody needs some expensive treatment, they're going to need expensive treatment, but I'm just hoping I can figure out who it is and get them sorted. Okay, so Teresa Kogut. Oh My Soul. There we go. So that's what I bought. And I've done quite a bit of the face, but this is one I've kind of fallen out of love with. So that's what I've done on it. But do you know what it is? I think it's the eyes. I saw the eyes. I was really loving it. And then I saw the eyes and then I was like, oh, it's a bit uncanny valley for me. So I'm going to say for the time being, I'm probably going to archive this. Now, just because I've archived them, it doesn't mean that I've thrown them away or anything like that. I'm leaving myself the opportunity to still do them, but they're kind of being put in a different place. So, but that one I've kind of fallen out of love with, which is such a shame. But as soon as I saw those eyes, I was like, come off the bloody keyboard, cat. Well, no, I wasn't like that, but I kind of fell out of love with it. What have you been doing here, standing on this keyboard? Have you been trying to write some type of help me note or something? So let me just find this. Oh my soul. Let me cut that from there and move that to my archive bit. Right, okay, so there's that one. Oh, another one. So this is the Blue Flower Night Walked Down. Now this one I started on 28 count and I counted it wrong, and sorry, let me show you what it looks like. It's that one. This is one that I've slightly fallen out of love with, but like I said, I started it on this 28 count, miscounted, and again realised it was going to be massive because I've fallen out of love with stitching on 28 count as well. You know, it's what I started with, but I much prefer 32 count now. So I thought I would restart it, and I don't even know if I did restart it. No, I've not even restarted it. I'm going to use this Picture This Plus. I don't know what it's called. It's not got the colourway on this. Oh no, it might be on here. Hang on, let me have a look. This is what? Night Walk Down. Did I make a note on here? Night Walk Down. No, I didn't put the colourway on. So this I'm going to not permanently archive, but I'm going to 12-month archive it. Because I do really like it, but I just don't see myself stitching it for a while. So there we go, another decision made. Next up, what have we got? Another one I made myself. I'm not the best on a sewing machine. That could partially be because I very rarely use it, but yeah, I'm not that confident, certainly not confident enough to do things like zips. So this, when I was making my own project bags before I became addicted to buying them, this was the perfect level of skill for me. You know, it's just an easy envelope pattern. But even then I did manage to mess it up quite a few times. Okay, what we've got in here are all my full coverage like Hayes and whatnot that I have archived for a while. So I've got this Wind of Change from Gecko Rouge. I've got, now these I'm probably going to chuck if I'm perfectly honest. I've got this Flutter. I did quite a bit on this, but I know that I'm not going to do anything with it. I did that much on this. I mean, that eye is stunning, but this is on what count is this? Let me tell you why. So this is on 25 count, easy counts Y guard, which it's 2 over 2, so full cross. Whereas now on my Hayes, I like to use 25 count half stitch, 2 over 2 threads but half stitch. And this is, the coverage is not brilliant on it because there's a ton of black, and whenever I look at it I can see the white underneath, but I'm not, and I don't think I'm going to ever do anything with this because I did something stupid. I bought patterns for pictures I already have on my wall, and I like the pictures on my wall, so I really like this. I know it's not to everybody's taste, but I really like that, so I bought a card size, as in like birthday card size print of it, and the others in the series, and I've got them on my wall. So I'm stitching this and I'm thinking, why am I stitching this when I've already got the picture? So this is one of those that is kind of like, I don't know. So I keep it, but I may never stitch on it again, basically. And the funny thing is I've got some more. I bought some more patterns when, again, I said this today, goddamn Hayden, those half price sales they do, because they are dangerous. So I've got a couple of these in the series that I know I am never going to stitch, never ever. So the next one is, oh, this one just makes me very sad. So maybe at some point I'll stitch on this, but this was going to be for my dad. And then my dad up and died. So now whenever I even think of stitching on this, it just makes me very sad. So I have that much done on it. This is done on 28 count, and it is done, yeah, this is done half stitch. The coverage is great, but it just makes me sad. So yeah, which is a shame because it is a gorgeous picture, and I've seen this done and it looks lovely. But we do not want to be sad when we're stitching. That negates the whole point of stitching, really, doesn't it? And what else have I got here? So this is, I have no idea why I got this one. I think I saw somebody else stitching and I thought, oh, look at those big colour blocks, that'd be cool to stitch. And I even got the super size one, or the one below that, and started on it, did that much on it, and instantly regretted it. So this one I will not be stitching on again. I think at some point I'm going to ask anybody, you know, when I've made a decision, probably over the next couple of weeks. Oh, my rings are falling off. I'll ask if anybody wants to take them on, but it's, yeah, what's this? Oh, this is Lepulite. Again, I do not know why I got this. I'll bring up the picture. So I think I can probably say with 100% certainty, Lepulite and that balloon one I'm not going to be stitching on. Let me find Hayes. There we go. I've got loads of Hayes. It's like I just went back crap crazy buying Hayes. I've got all of these. So I've got that one. I mean, I've not even started that one, and I'm not going to. I think I just saw all that purple and was like, because purple's my favourite colour. I just think I went crazy when I saw it. And that one. Again, I saw somebody else doing it and I thought, oh, that looks great, and I'm not going to do it. So I've done that much. So this again is on 28 counts, half stitch. I think I was trying to do, I was trying out I can't, you know what, it's been so long since I've stitched properly, I can't even remember what it's called when you're carrying, when you're not carrying the threads, when you're doing it like box by box. It'll come to me eventually. But anyway, okay, I will say now, if anyone wants to take on balloons and Lepidolite, let me know. Won't have the threads with them, but anyway. Well, is there anything else in it? No, that's it. So those are ones that are definitely in the archive. Okay, let me try and get them back in this bag. Sorry, I'll be 1 sec. Oh, the cats are starting to make their way in here now. I have 3 in here at the moment. I'm just praying they don't come in and jump on the keyboard. Oh, we got another one. Don't jump on the keyboard. Hello, baby. So this, I've got Sasha up here now. I'll see if I can grab her. Oh no, she's gonna grab my. Sorry. What's the matter? Sorry about that. No, don't go back there. Don't go back that way. Right, she's done a runner. Okay, next. What are these? Okay, so these are my long dogs. So this should be interesting. Okay, so you belong to me. This is being done on... Oh, that's pointed fifth. Where are you? Long dog. You belong to me. It's been done on 32 count vintage grey Zweigart, and I have actually done quite a bit on this. And I definitely want to be stitching on this. So this has been fudged several occasions, because for those of you who have watched my channel before, you will know the saga of the pattern on please tell me I've not forgotten again. I've forgotten again the name of it. Okay, bear with me a moment. Okay, I thought I had just paused that recording, but I accidentally switched it off. But it was Pattern Keeper. That's what I was trying to think of. And now the dog is barking downstairs. Anywho, so long dogs aren't designed to be compatible with Pattern Keeper. Sometimes by sheer accident they are compatible, but I didn't realise this until somebody, one of my amazing viewers, pointed it out to me. And it cuts off a column at the end of each page. I didn't know. I was merrily stitching away on the first page, missed a column off, had to fudge that. But what is so funny is that even though I knew there was that issue, when it came to the end of the next page, I still did exactly the same thing, because I just get so stitch happy. Had to fudge it again. But then because I'd had to fudge it there, I'd had to fudge it below as well. But I think I've not done too badly with the fudging. So I am happy with that. I'm also very happy with my choice of colour. I'm just using... Oh, it's not here. Where is it? Sorry, I've got a cat literally... come on, off there. Off there. Off. What have you done there? Sorry. She's just been sat on a key for the past 2 minutes. So I've got about 500 Fs in one of my cells. I'm just doing it. I think it's just with DMC. Oh no. Where is it? My DMC is missing from in here and from in here. Bear with me 1 second. Ah, no. Wow. 718, DMC 718. And I think it looks glorious. Let me put this in here so I don't have another heart attack. But this is definitely one I want to stitch on in the next 12 months, so that is not going to be either temporary or permanently archived. I do have one other long dog that I have completed, and that's Pilgrim, which I adore. That was done on 28 count, so it's Mahusif. So that's why I'm doing these on 32 count. So there's that one. Now I have another long dog that I've started, and that is the pointed fifth. There we go. Now I may make the controversial decision of pushing this to next year, because I want to finish the You Belong to Me first of all, because this is a really big one, and I am doing this one on that's You Belong to Me. This is pointed. This has been done on 32 Witchell Amazing Grace, and it's a bit scratchier, but I don't mind that, because to be honest, once you've been stitching on it for a while, it does soften up. I have done this amount on here, and yes, there was a counting error on here. I had to fudge it, but it worked out fine. So you can't see it, but I think that looks really good. So I am definitely going to continue stitching on this. See, it's just going to be huge. But I think I might, but not think, I am going to finish the other one first of all. And I am stitching this not on DMC this time, but I actually got Silk for You. It's PR158, and it is this absolutely glorious purple. Absolutely love that colour. So this one I'm going to push till next year. So let me put that in this one. Just close that up. There we go. So let me move that while I'm thinking about it. Pointed fifth. So cut. Move that to there. Okay, now there is actually another long dog in here that I'm wanting to do, and it's Lo and Behold. It's in here just to keep it all together. Now I have the material for this, but I hadn't decided what colour I'm going to do, and I think I am actually just going to use DMC for it again, because it's looking so lovely for the other one. And I think I might do it for my favourite colour, which is teal. So, but that I'm just keeping that in here, but I've got no plans on starting that anytime soon, because I want to get those two done first. Okay, so another decision made. Oh, now I've got a cat in the back. Okay, so this one, yes, this one. This is Lindy Stitches, and it's Bury Me. So let me show you what this looks like. Patterns, Lindy Stitches. I have got a couple of Lindy Stitchy patterns, Lindy Stitches patterns. Right, hang on a minute. This is always a bugger to show, because it's orientated wrong on here, but it won't let me twist it. Give me 2 seconds so I can show this properly. Poochie, be quiet! Sorry, didn't mean to scream at everybody there. Poochie! Here we go. There we go. That's what that looks like. Right, bear with me 1 second while I scream at my dog. Right, sorry. I have started on this and I am doing this in but right, I'm gonna have to check on that dog to see what she's barking at. There's something out there. Okay, I'm back. I know that was instantaneous for you, but again, it was not instantaneous for me. Oh my good God. Something is going on outside and I've had to close the blinds and in the dining room and close the curtains in the lounge, but she can still hear something. God. She only barks like this if there's something happening somewhere. It's ever since I had the house fire, she's just very sensitive to... Well, anyway, so, yes, Lindy Stitches. This is what I've done on this so far. So not that much. This is definitely going to be pushed to the next 12 months. This is being done on 32 count Picture This Plus Eek, and I love this fabric. And I do wish to do this pattern, but I can't see me doing it in the next 12 months, so that one is going to be archived. And I've not actually, rather stupidly, I've not been making a separate pattern for the archive, a separate pattern, a separate pile for those that I'm going to be archiving, which is incredibly stupido. It's in this one. In 2 seconds. Yeah, that one is as well. Let me just do this now so I don't... Right, that'll do. Okay, now we're moving on to the rest of the ones where I have actually made progress on them. So I've shown you one, which was the Carolyn Manning Peacock Topaz. But now I will show you the other few where I have done some, what I would class now as significant stitching. So this one is it's Quiltify design. Now, what I've done is I have combined 2 Quiltify designs. So let me show you. Let me just get this off the wall. 1 second. So I love this one. I love my Kraken ones. I've got another one, a Kraken one that again is out of the picture, but this is the other. I think this is either the Kraken. The Kraken, it says it on it, but so this one is the first of the Quiltify design ones I've got, and there are a few in the series. So what I've done is I bought the ship band one. So let me find it. I think I might have it open still. Oh, that's my next door neighbour making a... Right, I'm going to have to close that window because he's making a lot of noise. This has just been so chaotic. 1 sec. Right, okay, I closed that window, so hopefully that should be a bit quieter, but that could be what the dog was barking at. Didn't help that I just had to clamber over all of my stitching to actually get to the window then, but never mind. Okay, so let me find this. Here we go. So the actual pattern is, I've got scribbling. It's called Ship Banner, I may actually just delete that out of here if I remember to, because I probably shouldn't have shown that, but I can't for the life of me. Yes, okay, if you're coming back now, if you're wondering what that jump was, I think I might have, if I remember to, I've just deleted something that I showed you, because I actually showed you the pattern instead of the front of it, which is rather stupid of me. So I'm just going to find the actual thing now. I think I can remember how to do that. Quiltify Designs. Where's the front page of it? Now for some reason it's not showing me. Ah, here it is. Found it. Okay, so nope. What's it doing here? I'm sorry, it's playing silly buggers on me. There we go. There's the ship banner. So I have got that pattern, and I have decided to combine that with this one to make this. So it's kind of a before and after. So this is before, where I'm thinking of removing that because it just looks like an umbrella. That is supposed to be a ship that's already sunk, but looking at it now, it just looks like an umbrella. But there's the Kraken and there's a ship. I've still got to put all the people on it. But so that's the before, and this is kind of like an after thing of when it's actually attacked the ship. So that is my plan here. So I've used the same fabric, which is 32 count grey. It's Icelandic grey witchelt, which Create Nostalgia very kindly matched up for me, because I got the fabric for this ages ago, but couldn't remember. I couldn't remember what fabric it was. And I thought I had it, but then it didn't quite match it. And then I had a little piece of it left, and I was desperately trying to remember what fabric it was. And then I suddenly thought, hang on a minute, I could have sworn I bought it at Create Nostalgia. So I posted them the tiny piece of fabric, and they were able to match it up, and it was spot on. So it's Icelandic grey witchelt, and I really like it. But anyway, yes, so that's that. I need to decide what to do about this, but yeah, so I'm very happy about that one. I am going to put some of the letters and the motifs in from the bottom there, but I've just got to, because I'm just doing it on the I'm making it up as I go along, basically, so I just need to try and decide what I'm going to do. So, because I think if I remove that ship, I'll be stitching over that anyway, so it's not going to show loads of holes in the fabric. So there's that one. So I'm definitely going to continue stitching on that because I love it. Okay, so next one is this is Red Ship of Life, or the Big Red Ship of Life. It's the Ink Circles one. I've had this one ongoing for a while, which is why this cover sheet is all torn up. But this is another one where I started stitching this towards the beginning of my career, so it's on 28 count. So it's going to be humongous. And I could have made the decision to restart this on a higher count, but I've done quite a bit of it. And to be honest, the borders are such a ball ache that I've done the top border, and there's absolutely no way in hell I am going to restart it. So, and I also made choices on this where, for once, past Catherine was not good. So this is what I have done so far on this. I love it. This I'm definitely going to stitch on because it's such a lovely stitch. It's just on a 28 Count Swigart. It's on, yeah, it's platinum. It's just 28k platinum. And the thing that I made the mistake on is of not doing it all in the same red. I thought it'd be fancy and do variegated DMC at the top. Now, and I'm also doing it on this motif here. I am seriously thinking of not using it anymore. So when I get to the bottom here, just doing it in normal, just the same red that I'm doing everything else, because it is a nightmare to do, because the pattern is not, doesn't lend itself for nice flowy variegation. So I really regret that decision, and bad pass, Catherine, bad pass, Catherine. But the red I'm using for the rest of it, which I love, is a silk, and it's Silk for You PR034. Oh God, it is gorgeous. So that is what I'm using. And the variegated one is, and in fact, I don't think they sell these anymore, DMC, so I do have a load of them. I can't find them now, they're in here somewhere. So it's these, it's 115, but I seriously do not think I'm going to do it along the border, and I don't think it'll just look like the top is fancy. But what's the point of stitching it if you don't enjoy it? And it was a chore to do that top and that banner underneath, and I do not wish to do it again. So definitely going to stitch on this in the next 12 months. Not a chance in hell it'll be finished, but I definitely plan on stitching it. Because now it's all in the same red, where I'm not having to fanning about with the goddamn variegation. It's so much easier to stitch. So that is there, and it's far too small a bag for it, so I think I'm going to have to switch that out and print off a new front sheet. Okay, there's that one. Okay, what's in here? Okay, so I got myself a chatelaine, and it was all because of Teresa Little Stitcher, who was stitching and has now finished Evening in the Park, and I absolutely fell in love with that pattern. But I hummed and hawed for ages as to whether or not to get it, because I knew if I did get one that I'd want to do it using the silks, and I knew that would not be cheap. So I really did kind of like, I agonised over it, and then last year for my, I think it was last year for my birthday, it was either my birthday or Christmas, I thought, sod it, I'm going to get it. So it's Evening in the Park. I know that's not the best picture. There we go. Let me just bring a bit more light on the situation, see if that... Nope, that does not help, I've just made it worse. But anyway, if you can look it up online there. Now, I decided not to go with the recommended fabric. Again, I blame Teresa Little Stitcher. She had an over-dyed fabric, and I thought, sod it, I want to do that too. And I knew I wanted it to be a moody blue. Excuse me 1 second, sorry. So I went, I decided to order some, I decided to order it now. Let me just double check who it is, who I got this fabric from. Now, it's not on my spreadsheet because this is another one that I started and forgot to actually put the name on my spreadsheet. Now, I think her name is Kate, but I want to tell you who it is because the fabric is lovely. So give me a second. I'm doing this a lot, aren't I? So I do apologise for this. Oh, I need to put that back with one of the patterns. Fabric. Yeah, Crafty Kate. That's who it's from. Now, when I first got this, I ordered it, so this was back in June last year. I ordered it a 32 count, and it was this one. Nope, it's not that one. It was this one, and it was a lovely colour. It wasn't quite as dark as I wanted it, but it was fine. I had no problem stitching on it. But I did find that one of the blues was too close to it, and that did annoy me a little bit, but not enough that I would abandon it. So I'd stitched that much of it. But then, in conversation with Elaine / Teresa, I realised, or it became apparent, that on 32 count, especially on an over dyed 32 count, I was going to really struggle with the beads, because there are some large beads that go on here, and it was strongly recommended that I go for a 28 count. So I bit the bullet, and that is what I did. I asked for Kate again to do me a similar colourway, but just a little bit darker, but on a 28 count, and she, bullseye, just got it perfect. It was exactly what I'd been picturing. And so over the last month, if anybody's seen my Instagram, I've been putting pictures up from when I restarted. My initial aim had been to just get further than what I'd stitched on the other version, but then I just kept going because I love it so much, and did quite a bit on it. I put it away for now, but it will be coming out again soon. But it's a bit of a big piece because it's now 28 count, but I have done that on it. So yeah, very happy with that. This is a bit more moodier, this blue, which is better description. That's probably a bit, instead of darker, it's just a bit moodier. I know it's not the best of light to show it, but I am in love with this, and if I put it up that way you can see the swan's a bit better. I've not actually done the top bit of it. I have done it that way because of how it is on I got it on my Q-snap. So it's for this that I have bought the big frame, because when I do come to do the beading, it's just going to be better on that frame. But my plan is to do all the stitching first of all the cross stitch, then the specialty stitches, and then, although for the specialty stitches I might move it onto that frame, but certainly for all just the normal crosses I'm going to do on Q-snaps, because that's my preferred method of stitching, and then I'll move it on to the big frame. But anyway, yes, this is a massive piece of fabric, but look at that colour. It's glorious. That's a really good representation of that colour, actually. That's really good wildlife. So I love it. So that was a happy accident, that the second time I got it, it was, I mean, as I said, the first version was still lovely, but this was just, you know, perfect. It's so, I mean, and it's not Kate's fault in any way, shape or form, because it's so difficult to explain, you know, because it wasn't a colourway that she did, it was a custom, and, you know, she was only going off my crappy description. I'm terrible at colours. So for both of them to be so lovely, I was very lucky, and I can reuse that other piece because I can just, you know, it's a large piece, so it won't go to waste. Anyway, so there's that. Oh, I need to put this back in there. I need to put the cover in, or I'll be losing stuff. I'm using, it's not Pattern Keeper I'm using for this. So a lady at the retreats, the Stitchy retreat, she set up her own version of pattern keeper if you like, but it's called Countess Ada, and she's put the whole pattern. Now, she's only done the one height so far, which is Evening in the Park, but she's put the whole pattern on there and in layers. So there's a layer of just the cross stitch, a layer of just the specialty stitches, and a layer of the beads, and it makes it so much easy to follow along with the pattern. So that is what I'm using. Okay, next thing is I started a new Prairie Moon. So again, anyone who has been with me for a while will know that I have already done 6 Prairie Moon, the Crypt Club patterns, and I am on to my 7th, which is actually called the Crypt Club. And now I've done all of these on 28 count haunted by picture this by, give me a second, let me just double check again, it's been a while. Oh, it's not on the list because it's another one I've started and forgotten to put on my spreadsheet. It's haunted by Picture This Plus. So let me put this on here. The Crypt Club. Prairie. Oh, what did I just do? I've just done something. Prairie Moon. So 28 count haunted, and the reason I'm still doing it on 28 count is the same as what I do with all my Cricket collection ones that I've, so all of these ones here. The very first one I did was on 28 count because that's what I was stitching on at the time, so I carry it on a 28 count, otherwise it'd look odd. But I am doing the same with the Prairie Moon ones. The first one I did was on 28 count, so this is, so I've just gone crazy on this one, and I have done this much. They're such easy stitches. So I've got the other bloke to do and finish off. Well, anyway, yeah, I think I've done just over half of it, and this one is going to be on a regular rotation because I want to get this one done, framed and up on the wall with the others, so I can move on to the next one. But yeah, I really like that. I know it's not to everybody's taste, not everybody likes Halloween stuff, but I love it, and I happen to love these as well. So that one, like I said, I've done a ton on that, and I've still got some more haunted left, so I've got more I can do. Now I should have another one in here. This one I've not stitched on for a while. This is the house that Jack built, and I do want to get back onto this. Let me find the pattern so I can show you what this looks like. Jack's house it's called, sorry. No, the house that Jack built. That is what it's called, and there we go. That's what this one looks like. And this is not on haunted, this is on 32 count Sactrine from Chromatic Alchemy. I was in her Fabric of the Month club for a while, and so this is a glorious one. I'm doing this just in 2 colours, in Tulip, in Classic Colourworks, Tulips and Old Crow. So I've not stitched on this one for a while, but when do you know what I'll probably do is I'll finish this one, and before I do another one I will finish this one. Okay, so that's those two, so they all live in the same place because I'm using all the same threads. Okay, we are down to the last one, guys. Oh wow, this is going to be a long video. Right, okay, I can't pack anything up now. Because I've got the Q-snaps in these bags, that's why, because I've been literally just stitching on them. And this one I've actually been stitching on today. This is one of my favourite ones at the moment. It's Jeanette Douglas. I can never pronounce it, but it's something like Hollande Merklap. But it's that pattern there. It's just so bright and cheery. And I have actually stitched all the crosses on it, so there's a lot of specialty stitches that still need to be done, but I have done all the crosses, and that border was a monster to do. So when I'd finished it down here, so I'd started here, worked my way around, and when I got here and realised it all matched up perfectly, I nearly cried. Because anybody who knows my history of stitching, that is a rarity. But let me show you it, it looks so nice. I'm stitching it on the called for fabric, which is, let me tell you. It's on 32 count silver grey, and there you go. I know it looks like there's massive gaps on there, but that's where all the specialty stitches are going. I've already done some specialty stitches, for example, down the bottom there and some across the top, but I'm going to gradually start working in all these other specialty stitches, and I cannot wait for this to be done so I can frame it and get it up on my wall, because I absolutely love this one. Yeah. I've got another one of hers. I'm not going to be starting it for a while, but another one in the same layout. I think it's actually on the back of here, so I'll quickly show it you. Oh, actually, no, I've got it here. It's going to be a while before I start this one, but Jeanette. Yes. Let me just find it for you, because it is. Oh, why have I not saved it there? Okay, I don't know where I've saved it, but I'll have to show you that another time, but I know I do have another one of hers I do want to eventually start. Oh, I think it's because it's hard copy, it's not save, it's not a PDF. But yeah, so that is everything. That is all of them. All of my current, everything that I have put stitches on, basically. So based on the decisions that have been made, I can tell you how many live WIPs, as in, oh, I need to put that in that folder. Oh, it's just started to rain again. I can tell you how many live WIPs I actually have. So I note they're up. Let me just make sure. Yeah, so I have. Oh, Bury Me is going up there too. Hang on, I've not moved everything up. Nope. I think I've got the fewest WIPs I've ever, live WIPs that I've ever had. I've decided, yeah, those two are till next year. So let me just, sorry, I'm just organising myself a bit more, so I don't get confused when I next look at this and wonder what the hell I was doing. Delete those. Right, okay, so delete that row, delete that row, and that row, and that row, delete. Right, so live WIPs, I have 17. I have one that I wish to start, so that's my Plum Street. And I now currently have 10 patterns that I'm looking to not archive, but I know I'm not going to be touching them in the next 12 months. So they're live-ish, should we say. And then I have a further 8 that I have permanently archived. I mean, I shouldn't say permanently archived because I think there's perhaps one on there, the Gecko Rouge, that I could potentially pull out. But at the moment, my feelings are that it's archived. So yeah, done it. I feel better now. I feel more organised. I feel I can get on with my stitching and know where I'm up to. And thank you very much for coming along on the journey with me. I'm going to leave it at that. I'm not going to do any recommendations or anything like that because I've just been, do you know what? It's really funny. I've not been watching, like I said, I've not watched any floss tube, which is bananas because like that used to be all I watched, to the point where it doesn't even come up on my recommended on YouTube anymore. It's just dropped off that bad. But I've been watching bizarre stuff. Like I've been watching stuff about American football or basketball, just becoming obsessed with things, and I don't know, it's just been balmy. And I've been watching random stuff all over the shop. I couldn't even begin to give you recommendations on what I've been watching and what I've been listening to. So next time I do one, which I'm going to try and do for next month, I really am going to try, because I am stitching now, so I am going to try and do one. It'll be nowhere near as long as this one. But next time I do one, I'll come with some lists of some good listens and watches, and you can give me some. I love a good thriller. I'm not into horror, but I do like a good comedy as well. So any good suggestions, let me know. But yeah, I will say goodbye now. I'll try and remember to go back and delete that bit out that I really shouldn't have shown you. I'll try and remember how to do it. I'll get all of this stitching back in its box downstairs, and yeah, I hope you are all safe and well. I hope you've all been enjoying your stitching over the last year, and I promise that I won't leave it as long till my next one. I'm not going to guarantee it's going to be next month, but I'm certainly going to try as much as I can to get back into a more regular posting schedule. But yeah, sorry, I'm going to let you go because it is now. It's now, I don't know if you can see that, but it's 10:30. And I started this at 8:30. So what with all the interruptions, yeah, that's gone on for far longer than I thought it would. Goodbye.